104.1 KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
We are in the window for KRBE Secret Sound, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We just gave away $208. Somebody just guessed the last sound.
A microwave door slamming. Elizabeth got $208.
That's
She's
impressive.
in the car with her son Nathaniel, and they knew that sound. So a new secret sound is getting unveiled right now. So the bank starts again at $104. The next time we ask you to be caller 104, you can win $104 if you know what this sound is. Say it again. Play it again. Okay, think about that, guys. What is that?
I think
next
it's
time
easy.
we ask for caller 104, you could win $104. If that person doesn't have it right, it goes to 208, so on and so forth. And that's the KRBE secret sound. Now, we are asking you, just need one. Anybody listening right now who has proposed to someone and got rejected, or was proposed to and said no?
And I'm thinking, if you proposed and they said no to you, that's got to hurt the most. Than being the one that just says no. That's awkward.
yeah.
That's awkward for them.
That's
but
the easy part
the
for
pain.
you. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's hard, but I mean, it's not as hard as like you went out, you bought a ring, you really thought this person was going to say yes, and then they gave you a no.
Unless there's a half-assed proposal, like you woke up, this pretty bird.
Let's get married.
Let's do it. Let's get married.
Yeah, and or like
That's
one of these
not a
like
proposal.
randoms, like in some public place, a guy that you're not even dating is like, I've loved you since I met you last week, and I'd like to marry you. That doesn't count.
Well, that's a psycho.
We're talking about
Yeah, that's
actual
creepy.
relationships where the person thought you would say yes and you did not. Jessica, good morning. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Hi, good morning. How are y'all doing?
We're
Awesome.
great. Jessica, tell us your story.
Okay, so I had a guy that I was dating for about maybe 9-10 months. Everything was going good. We had all the same friends, so we all hung out together. I thought it was perfect. He had a good job. We're good. He started moving, fast, a little bit faster. He wanted to give me the key to his apartment, his car, like everything. So I'm like, okay, no big deal. Out of nowhere, he just pulls me aside one day and just tells me that I was just the perfect person for him. Let's get married.
So that's how I said,
Did he
let's
have-
get
did he
married.
have a
Not
ring?
will you marry me with a ring?
No. He was just like that. He wanted to get married. He didn't have a ring. He's like, I just want to get married. I want to marry you. We could go shopping, blah blah. And I'm like,
No.
yeah. I was like, and I felt so bad because I used the whole. It's not you, it's me.
And this at 9
But-
months in, Jessica, you said? 9
So he
months?
was just trying to
Yes,
fast track
yes.
the relationship. He was moving too fast.
Why didn't he get a ring?
Oh, very much.
Just get a
like
ring.
I said, I had access to his key, to his apartment, his car, everything.
So what exactly, did y'all break up after that? Or he was like, oh, okay, you want to think about it a little bit?
Yeah, yeah. We eventually did. He was so devastated. He went back to our friends and did the whole whining, crying that I broke his heart, that I didn't want to marry him. And of course, naturally, all of our friends are like, "Why would you do this?" And I'm like,
Because
I'm
he
just not feeling it.
half-assed it.
Why would people say
Yeah,
that
He
to
didn't
you?
have a ring.
But why would someone go up to you and ask you why would you do that? It's like,
Yeah,
it's
like you're
you.
obligated.
You don't
No,
to
I mean, it's a
date him.
painful situation.
Yeah.
You don't know what
It's
happens
not like
behind
saying
closed
you
doors.
refuse
Not
seconds on
obligation.
some home-cooked meal.
Yeah,
you
this is really-
refuse to share your life with someone that you're not feeling it.
And you're
Come
being
on.
pressured by friends? That's not good friends.
So Jessica,
Yeah.
how long, was it a week and y'all knew it was done, or the next day he just was like, okay, this is over?
It was like within that week. Because like I said, after I told him no, and he went and did his little fit, I found out that he was crying to everyone that I told him no, that I broke his heart. So the girls that was hanging out then would call me, "Why would you do this? He's such a good guy." And I'm like, I'm just not feeling it. It's not going to happen. So after that, I was like, no, I'm sorry. You've got to go.
It's not like you were opposed to the concept of marriage. You just thought it was too fast.
But yeah, if you have to be talked into it by your friends, then
Ooh.
that's not a good sign.
No.
I'm sorry, you don't have a ring? It doesn't count.
No, that's not a proposal.
Yeah, that was more like a thought.
Like if you're just
Hey,
saying
let's
it.
get
That's
married.
pontificating about the future.
let's
That's
get
not
married.
a proposal.
Unless you don't have the money and you're trying to, well, I'll get you a ring when I can afford one day.
Yeah. Well, then you get some kind of cheap Cracker Jack ring, and then
Crackerback? What's
They
that?
don't have those
Cracker
anymore.
Jack type. You know what I mean? Some kind of cheap placeholder, and say, when we
promise ring.
when we get to
Oh,
that
yeah,
point,
promise
I
ring.
will
I
buy you
remember
the
those.
real
The
ring.
promise ring.
But the guy should get down on one knee. You should propose honorably, not just hey, you want to get married?
Yep.
Jessica, thanks for sharing your story. I want to talk to Ace because Ahmad starred Ace's story.
Okay.
And that means go to this call.
If you get a star from Ahmad, that's
And the
means
question
you're
was,
bringing it.
who listening right now has rejected a proposal or proposed to someone and they said no? Hi, Ace. Welcome to the show.
Hi, how's it going?
Good morning.
What's up, Ace?
So were you the one? Well, tell us the situation.
I've never known a female ace. That's always
cool.
like a guy's name. That's cool.
Thanks. So in college, back in my 20s, I was working at this little independently owned restaurant. It was my best friend's uncle that owned it. I was just kind of there helping out while they were getting started, and there was this manager there. And he was very, very flirtatious with me, very, very inappropriate. And I was very friendly and young, and, you know, he's my manager. So I would flirt with him, and we had, like, even a meal together there at the restaurant. And 3 weeks in, he gets down on one knee in front of the entire restaurant with one of those little, like, he had, like, made a little fake ring out of foil.
Oh, God.
And,
What? Hold on. Y'all aren't even dating, though.
No.
No,
He's
you're
the
not.
manager. He's the manager.
They
Yeah,
had
you're
a
the
dinner.
manager, and you're not even dating him. And he's just
Correct.
flirtatious with you, but you are not reciprocating the flirtation, correct?
Well,
No, she said she
flirting.
flirted back.
Oh.
I flirted
She's
back
friendly.
a little, yeah.
Did you ever? Did you ever
Friendly,
kiss this
like
man?
friendly, casual workplace flirting, you know?
Had you ever kissed him?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So he's going for it.
Like, no.
Sounds like a lawsuit.
No, because the only time we were ever around each other was at work.
Oh, okay.
That ain't proposal. That's sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So he does what with
he gets down on
foil?
one knee, with a little ring made out of foil, and one knee in front of the restaurant, and he's like, "Will you marry me?" And I'm like, I just froze, and I was like, no.
oh, shoot.
In front of a lot of people, or is it like after shift and y'all are alone?
No, it was like 12:30 in the middle of the day on a Saturday. There was like
What a moron.
It was a very small restaurant.
Yeah.
So there was only two customers besides the staff.
Oh,
and my
good.
best
They're
friend just,
witnesses.
had this.
So you can sue him for
Look of-
harassment.
So he gets down on his
I-
knee in the
I-
middle of the lunch shift and asks you to marry
Yeah.
him, and you just look at him blankly and say, no.
And then,
That's what he
So
says.
how did you stay? Did you have to quit the job?
you had to go back
after
to
that?
work right then and start
I did.
slinging food?
I had to. So afterwards, I said no, and then I walked away from him, went to the register, and I took off my apron. And I said I quit, and I walked out. And then the owner called me. My best friend's uncle called me and was like, "What happened?" And I was like, "Well, he proposed to me in front of everybody, and there are witnesses, so I'm not making it up."
Uh-huh.
And he's like, "Wow, did y'all have a relation?" I was like, "No, I don't. He doesn't. I don't even have his phone number."
Oh, my God.
He should have. That guy should have been fired, and you should have been reinstated.
Yeah, did they do that? Did they fire him?
No, well, the restaurant ended up closing down shortly after that, but
Oh, okay.
there wasn't.
And they
I
wouldn't
don't-
fire
I
him because
don't-
he's the uncle.
No, they didn't
Family,
fire him.
right?
They didn't
the
fire
uncle's-
him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So the restaurant was
Yeah.
being run poorly if the guy's proposing to
He's too
employees.
busy.
In the middle of the
He's
shift.
too busy.
Well, I'm going to put a star on that one, too, because it wasn't like y'all were in a relationship and you actually, like, devastated the man. This is just such a random, like, hi, just because I smiled at you twice.
What's
now you
creepy?
got down on one knee in front of strangers and said,
creepy.
let's get married.
Somebody said they're getting
That is so
engaged this
crazy.
weekend. Where'd that text go?
Somebody said tinfoil ring. What
Yeah, they're
was it?
getting engaged on
Freebirds?
Saturday.
Yeah, where's it?
But that's all I saw.
But do they know?
Something about it's kind of weird you're doing this topic. and
Yes, because they're getting engaged
They
Saturday.
must know if they said Saturday, unless they're the guy or girl that's going to ask them to marry.
Oh.
them.
Or did we just spill some tea
Let
that
me
we
see.
shouldn't have?
Where's it at?
Hold on, let's see.
There's
Who the
another
person
one,
is.
too.
This person said, I tried calling, but I'm going to be late for work. I told my baby daddy, now single from him, 6 years. He did a tattoo for a ring. Definitely rejected his cheap ASS, she said.
Well, you can't take that off.
And then this one, I think it's broken up.
Not
Because y'all
without
text us
pain.
and sometimes it breaks up. It says, I didn't exactly say no, but I said I'm not ready yet. We were young. He proposed again a year later, and now we've been married 40 years.
Wow.
So you can come back from a rejected proposal on that one.
And do you have to end it if you reject it?
I mean, it's kind of
Or
awkward.
can't you just
if
say no,
don't.
but I want to keep dating you. I'm not ready yet.
I think in this case of the texter that's been married 40 years, if they were so young, it was probably mutual, like, yeah, we're probably like 18.
Don't most of us guys that propose, we kind of know like 90%.
You should.
Maybe
I think-
100%?
I think
You
those-
should know.
You kind of
But
have
they're going to
those-
say yes.
You kind of have
Yes.
those discussions during the course of your relationship. Is this something
Oh
that you
my
can see us
God.
Ring
doing?
shopping or something. I don't know. I always see
Yes,
couples doing that.
absolutely.
You don't
You
go
should
in blind. If you're going in
definitely.
blind, you're the restaurant manager.
But sounds like a lot of guys are delusional from
Yeah,
what we've
just-
heard
Yes,
Yeah,
on the
texter
phone.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess
Here's
so.
that text, Sam and Eric. I
you
just
find
found
it?
out it's crazy. This is y'all's segment today because I just found out that my boyfriend is proposing to me on Saturday. Well, how
how'd
did
you
you
find
find
out?
out? And are you?
Who
is he not
spoiled the
supposed?
secret?
Are you not supposed to know? And now you're like
She
freaking
probably
out.
found like the ring someplace.
We need more information. We need more information. 37530.
Could you
More
do that, Roula?
information. What?
Like, say you found out Tassos had the ring, and you
Could
knew
you
it was
sit
going
on
to
it?
be on Friday.
Oh,
Would you be like,
Could you fake surprise?
Yeah, would you be able to fake it, or would you be like, I knew it?
no, I don't know how I would.
Would you ever
react,
tell him down the
honestly,
road?
Because I'm not a very good liar. I think you see it in my face. But I when I tell him down the road that I knew,
Yeah, or then.
Oh, you would. I know you.
I just feel like I wouldn't be able to hide it. He would know
Yeah.
that I knew.
Yeah, you'd be,
And
like,
here's the
acting
thing,
weird.
When I did get engaged, because we have talked about this before, most women feel like it's like this white noise takes
Yes,
over.
I don't know what Mark said.
Yeah, you don't remember what they say. And I remember when we drove to the place where he wanted to propose to me, and that's when I knew. I go, oh my God, what are we doing here? Because it was closed. And he drove right up. It was the piazza that Nino's, Gruppino di Nino, and Vincent's was in. It's been sold since, and I think it's turning something else. But there's a piazza there. And we had a really great date there in our early time, like early
that
relationship. So he drives right up to it where you can't really park there. And I was like, what are we doing here? Because they're closed.
Was he acting weird?
Uh-huh.
And then just the
nervous?
way he smiled. And he goes, just I want you to get out of the car. And that's why I knew I started crying. Like, why, Sam? Why did we just start crying? We just start crying. I was like, oh my God. And then white noise. I don't
Yep.
I don't
What if he
know
went
I
and
said.
decided to shoot, and then let's go eat?
No.
Like, what?
No.
No.
Well, she said the restaurant's closed.
Yeah. It
I
was
thought the
very-
other one closed.
Well, he tried two different spots. He wanted to propose to me at Del Frisco's. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's the first time he ever saw me because I had to meet him there to go to dinner somewhere else. But they were closed for lunch. And then
Smart move. You went there first.
research.
I guess he was
Yeah.
nervous.
You know, you
And
can just
then-
go on your app and just it says if
Yeah.
it's open.
Right? Yeah. It would have been really
2009,
This-
he was
there weren't
thinking it
apps
should
back
be
then
open.
like that.
Yeah, I don't know. In 2009, I don't know, but
Well, they had iPhones,
whatever.
so.
It's kind of funny. So we end up getting engaged
But
there.
a word of advice to, like getting a secret spoiled. Guys, you get so filled with joy that you've bought this ring. Don't tell anybody. If you don't tell anybody, nobody's going to blab.
Okay, let's find out from that
Well, if you
texter
tell your
what
guy
happens.
friends, guys don't.
Yeah. Mark told his brother. He didn't tell me.
Yeah. Guys,
So.
keep it in the vault.
Y'all give us
they
a
forget.
call.
Yeah, we don't care.
yeah, yeah, that's right. You're
Good for you, man.
Oh, well, that also
Good-
say
good for
anything?
you, dude.
Oh, sorry,
That
bro.
just means we can't hang out as much now because you won't be around us.
Oh, great.
Great. Yeah, just ruined it.
Okay, coming up next, we're going to switch gears here. It's time for you to vent it out. What are you so sick of? It's our therapy for you because, we're here to listen.
Yep.
What are you what's grinding your gears? 713-390-KRBE. We'll talk to you next on The Roula and Ryan Show.
104.1 KRBE.
Now, time for Roula and Ryan's So Sick of.
What are you so sick of,
Yeah,
Houston?
713-390-KRBE. Can I please just say this? I'm so sick of red light runners. I almost had a massive accident this morning on the way into work. See, I'm still rattled by it.
Now, Ryan, this is about the listeners. We have a whole
Oh, okay,
show where
okay,
you can
okay,
vent and rant. We
Sorry.
are lucky. We have 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
So this is their turn.
All right.
And it is full.
713-390-KRBE.
Although your scolding took more time than my actual statement.
Heather
because you're
is up first.
Stammered and stuttered there. We still don't know what you were saying.
I know.
Hello, Heather. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. What are you so sick of? Hi.
Hi, I am so sick of my teenager not cleaning up after himself. He will literally walk to the trash can in the kitchen all the way from his bedroom and set the empty can on the kitchen counter right above the trash can. If you're going to make that much effort, why not put it in the trash can?
Yeah, I don't
That's like
understand that.
like the dirty cup on top of the dishwasher.
Yeah.
It's like you can just open it.
Open the door.
Just put it in there.
And you know what, Heather, how many, is he your only or do you have more kids?
I have a 4-year-old,
Okay.
and my older one is my stepson, but I've been with his dad since he was 6, so he's my baby too.
The reason I ask that is because I feel like I'm in the middle-aged kid years. They're middle-aged.
Yeah.
Right? My 9-year-old is
What
going
are
to...
they, 43?
I said middle-aged kid years. He's the middle-aged kid years. They're not toddlers. He's 9 years old, which means he's middle-aged to adulthood,
He's got a
right?
beard and a receding hairline.
All right, focus on this, please. My point is, I was going to ask you, does it get, how do you balance that? Because I feel like right now, this is the critical time. I'm supposed to be teaching him, don't go to the trash can and leave it on top.
What's because
Make sure you put it in there.
puberty, man, makes you just
Yeah.
But no matter what,
Too
they're
many
going to do it,
things
right?
on your mind.
yeah.
So, Heather...
I'm learning now that you start when they're 4. my 4-year-old throwing it away. You got to start young.
So drill it
and
into
when they
their
hit
head.
the teenage years, it's a totally different kid when they hit the teenage years.
That's
They
what I'm
wanna
saying.
hang
Like,
out in the
do they
room,
totally
wanna
do a
be
flip
on their
script on
phone.
you? Yeah, flip the script.
Oh, yeah. And I put a hamper in his bedroom, and he throws his clothes on the floor next to the hamper. I'm like, come on, man. It's in your
Grown
room.
men do that too.
That's just their agenda.
I know.
I have a
Yeah.
hamper in my closet. Their clothes are all over the floor.
Well, Heather, you're not alone.
And I'm like Roula's kid. I'm middle-aged.
I love my kids.
Yeah.
I love my babies.
Because when you're a middle mom, you don't have high chairs, but you don't have teenagers. You know, you're the middle,
Right.
you're the middle-aged kid
the
mom.
tweens.
Yeah, because think about it, 9 doubled is 18. He's halfway to being an adult, so it's the middle-aged kid.
Oh, that's
years.
creepy.
That's what I mean by that.
sounds
okay,
funny.
Heather, thanks for calling.
He's driving a Corvette
you.
now.
Yeah, right. Have a great day.
He's an
Bye.
elder
You too,
child.
bye.
Okay.
Sorry, Kev.
What are you so sick of? 713-390 KRBE.
I just turned around and flipped you up.
Let's go to Jessica on the line. Hi, Jessica. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. Good morning, Jessica.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Awesome. Hey, fantastic.
Fine. Jessica, what are you so sick of?
I made the tragic mistake of posting something on Facebook the other day because
What?
I was proud of a sandwich that I had made for my kid to eat in the car that wasn't like messy.
Uh-huh.
I'm sick of people not letting other people enjoy things.
Like, what do you mean? You got some,
yeah.
like, snarky comments about the
Trolled or
sandwich?
torn
Oh,
down.
of course. Because it was a quesadilla, right? So you had people, that's not authentic.
Oh.
Like,
Oh, my
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
That just tells you how empty their lives are. That they've got to troll your food picture.
That is.
It does. But see, I have to check my own behavior, and that's why I wanted to kind of come on and say this, because it's important to let people enjoy things that make them happy.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're decorating for Christmas and it's Thanksgiving, right? I have my own personal thoughts and feelings, but you know what? Let people enjoy things.
It's true.
If there's a 16-year-old girl and she really loves her Stanley Cup, let her enjoy things. It makes her happy.
It's the little things in life.
Yeah.
It's mostly a middle-aged
It
man
is,
that
but
wants to
don't
complain about,
dwell
like,
on things that
Oh, I
bring
know.
people
Swift.
joy.
Why are they so
complain.
angry? I mean, seriously.
because they're. I don't know why they are.
Why are
angry
they so
about-
angry?
Why can't people have the Stanley Cup? The only thing I'd say is because it's expensive. When you can buy the same cup, like a Target brand for
So much
You know, if you
cheaper.
don't
$10
like it,
instead of 40.
then don't buy it.
But
But
that's your
don't knock
money.
everybody else who
And the $10
is getting
cup
joy
doesn't
from it.
have insulation like a Stanley. But here's my beef if we're going to go down that route. The Stanley Cup spills. If it falls over, the water comes out. The whole point of having something that big to hydrate you all day is that it's versatile. If it knocks over,
So you
it's
want it like a
gonna be
sippy
contained.
cup, like a giant sippy cup,
Yes.
where it can't spill.
Well, I want it
Yes.
to be contained
Yeah.
because Stanley makes. Look what I have. Stanley makes the actual one that has a handle that
Yeah, is that a
closes.
Stanley?
This is a Stanley.
That one's not the cool one with the handle on the side.
It's not.
It's
this
as
is
big
the
as
one
a
that-
Stanley steamer truck.
I know.
It is 30 ounces, and I
That
you
looks like
seen-
that looks like a
You
thermos.
drink all of it?
Yeah, I drink like 3 of these a day.
Good for you.
Have you seen the meme of the video of the guy who's carrying the Houston trash can around as his
With a giant like mop handle in it.
yeah,
like it's a
and it
straw.
says Stanley
Yeah.
across the side of it.
That's funny.
Well, Jessica, you post as many quesadillas as you want. It is a win if you can get your kid to eat something in the car and not make your car look like it's wearing it.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
You always
Also
check your
quick to fire
surroundings.
off things.
When you do the photos, people are going to look at everything around you.
Yes, 100%. I
Oh,
learned that a
yeah.
long
Before
time
you
ago.
post, like
Or if you're
before
a
you hit
beige
the
mom.
send, just review your post and like, is this benefiting anybody? Like, is my snarkiness really helping?
Is that what you say, right?
I used to. I
used to be really snarky.
I was snarky, and then I was like, wow, I'm really being a jerk. There's no reason for me to post this,
or make a comment on something.
yeah, I stopped commenting, unless it's positive.
Ashley is up next for I'm So Sick Of here on the Roula and Ryan Show, and she's bringing up a topic we talked about earlier today about how many adults are living with their parents. Hi, Ashley. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Hi.
Hey, what are you so
Ashley.
sick of? What are you so sick of?
I just want to tell Heather it doesn't get better because I am so sick of my adult children living in my house, eating up all my food, leaving a mess everywhere, and I just want them to move out.
And why don't they move out? Like, how old are they, Ashley? And
This
what's
is like
the story?
Failure to
So,
launch.
One of them's 21, and then one of them's 19, and then we have a 6-year-old. So we have generational, multi-generational children. But it's like you teach them, right? You teach them. I know I taught you, rinse your dish off, put it in the dishwasher, but
Yes.
they'll still put it in the sink.
Yes.
It's like they turn 18 and everything you taught them goes out the window.
Yes.
And and now you're like parenting your adult children like they're 6, and it is just horrendous.
What's your plan to get rid of them?
Yeah, how do you get them out of the house?
Start charging rent.
No, because everything's so expensive now. Like, they could never move out and pay their own rent.
Do they respect
never-
that they understand that you spend all this money for food? I mean, do they realize that it's not cheap, or,
No.
or they don't care?
They think we're rich. I'm pretty sure they think we're rich.
Yeah.
Well, you would be if they
Or does
weren't.
it just keeps because the food just keeps appearing?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're, all the things
don't
that they need in their
understand.
lives just are there, and they don't get. Here's the thing: I've had friends in the past. Ashley, maybe you want to try this. Their parents did not want to kick them out because of the exact reason you're saying. They can't afford rent on their own, but whatever they could afford, they paid their parents. Like, I had a friend that paid their parents $200 a month just to live in the house because that's what he was able to contribute, and just that much made him appreciate not leaving the cup unrinsed in the sink. Like, when it's your own, then you have a whole different look
Like
at
college.
it.
If your parents pay for your college, chances are you're not going to respect it, and you drop classes, you'll screw
Oh,
around.
yeah, you're like, oh, I'll
but if
take
you're
a dummy
paying
on
for
that.
it, you're like, this is my
Yeah.
own money.
Oh, yeah.
They need some response. You're right. They need to have like skin in the game.
Yeah. So, Ashley,
Yeah.
try doing something like that. See, do they have jobs, Ashley? Your 21-year-old and 19-year-old?
Yeah, so my son has a job, and my daughter, she's in the Air Force, so she's in the reserve. So she has a job, and then she goes back and forth to the base.
So you have to have incredible discipline to serve in the armed forces, yet she has no discipline at your house.
No, and she'll walk right in after work, go straight to the kitchen to see what's for dinner. No, hi, Mom. Hey, Mom.
Oh,
How
come
you doing,
on.
Mom? Like,
That hurts.
I'm just like, what is wrong with you? You are not my child.
Oh, Ashley, you're speaking the language of a lot of people.
Hey,
who
we did that
listen to the
stat this
show.
morning in the news. 74% of Gen Zers can't afford to be in a home.
You mean not a home? Like in a
can't-
home?
they
It sounds
can't
like a home.
afford
No, like they
their
can't
own
have their
home.
own.
It sounds like a home.
They cannot be in a home.
Cannot be in a home.
Old folks home.
They're not house trained.
With the middle-aged kids.
Ashley, God bless you. Thanks for calling our show. I hope it gets better. Let us know. Now, Rachel's up next at 713-390-KRBE. We're opening up our phone lines to you today to tell us about what are you so sick of? What do you want to vent about, Rachel? Good morning.
Hi. I want to vent about trying to find a partner, whether dating apps or in person, trying to find someone to actually spend the rest of your life with. So I am a straight female, so I date men. Every single time I try to connect with a guy, whether it's in person or on dating apps, the response is not more of like wanting to date. It is wanting to do, other things. And I don't know why. And it's like listening to the ladies before me, it's just like, what is going on? I mean, the most recent season of Love is Blind was in Houston as well.
Yeah.
And even with, like, I was with one of the guys that was actually on the show. So
Really?
it's like, not even those type of things work. I just don't know where the guys are that want to actually, like, settle down.
Yeah, so
Wanna
it
have
seems
a
like
best
every
friend.
app you're hitting, that person just wants to hit and get out. They
What's
don't
your,
want to actually have a relationship.
Your profile pic's not suggestive, is it?
Oh, you're saying she wanted it that way?
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying.
A woman was asking for it?
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, man. 8:33. I'll mark that
Oh,
one.
will you stop that? That's not what I'm saying.
He's like a victim blamer.
But what maybe somebody can text us an app that they recommend
That they've had success on.
Success where they're not trying to just do hookups.
Have you tried Hinge, Rachel? I know 3 people who got married off Hinge.
I have. It's just, I don't know what's going. I don't know what's about it. Maybe that's just what the demographic that my taste when I match with guys.
Okay.
Maybe that's.
Well, if we have any guys listening right now, if you're looking for a long-term relationship, we could do a little matchmaking for you right now.
How old are you?
I just turned 30.
Okay.
30?
So you're at that age where you're like, okay, this is the time.
Yeah,
Do you want to
could
give out
settle
your?
down, could hang
Do you want to
out.
give out your Insta or something?
I don't know.
You're going to get a lot
You're going to get a lot of creepers. I would
All right,
recommend
all right.
against
Hey,
it.
I'm just trying to.
How
help
about
her.
friends or?
I understand. No, I get a lot of creeps too.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do.
What about the
I'm
old-fashioned
sorry.
way and like meet them in person? Is there any?
Yeah, anybody that you know that can
Any
set you
luck?
up.
So I just actually met my last boyfriend. I met him in person at a bar, and I think that relationship is what really changed my perspective of what a relationship should be and how you should be treated in a relationship. Because before him, I know my taste. I was definitely dating not losers, but guys who like there was no future.
No ambition.
Yeah, no ambition, no desire to be together. Like, honestly, could have ended up on roses one day type of guy.
I don't want that happening to you.
Well, listen, you're not the only one, because as you are speaking to us, people are texting us at 37530. There are no good dating apps, Rachel. There just aren't. This person said
Coffee Meets Bagel.
Coffee Meets Bagel has been brought up. Coffee Meets Bagel or Hinge have been successful for people. This person said the men on dating apps are horrible. Still single at 37. Cannot find anyone that wants to actually date.
Have you ever thought about like going to those places that do charity,
What do you mean charity?
where you dress up and you go for charity auctions and stuff?
Oh, yeah,
You
go
just-
to like an auction.
You would meet nice people that maybe you'll meet a single guy
Like a
there.
fundraiser?
You mean to go to a fundraising
fundraiser galas. Those
and
galas,
meet somebody there.
A lot of those people have, they're successful. They have some money. They have a
But
job.
a lot more are married too, though.
Yeah.
I mean, but a lot of guys, if you're single, they have to go.
Yeah.
I'm looking for rings first because I have had married men hit me up on apps as well.
I'm sure you have.
Rachel, one person texted that there is a matchmaking company here in Houston, and if you join one of those, you have a better chance because both parties are financially invested. So the guys are not there just to look for a one night; they're there to actually find a relationship. I don't know what it costs. I don't have a name for you. But that's what somebody texted.
But some people feel like that's forced. Like they just want to be out there and like let serendipity happen.
But they put you in a dating pool with profiles.
It's like a dating agent. It's like your agent's going out and getting used.
It's a job.
Yeah.
Do you believe it's
But
true?
maybe that could work.
Yeah, maybe
But
that's
do
what you need now.
Do you believe, like, when you're not trying, it'll find you?
Sometimes.
Yes.
I think
Or
that.
especially when you say, I'm done with this. And then the very next person you meet, you're just like, nope, I'm not going to have any of this. And then y'all get married like in 10 months
Yeah.
or something crazy. Rachel, thanks for sharing that with us. And, a lot of people feel your pain. It is the state of dating is very difficult. We have heard that many times on the Roula and Ryan show. So good luck. Let us know what happens.
Next week will be more like a love week because it's Valentine's.
Rulala's back.
So Roula will be back. More
Roulala,
relationship
love it.
roulette. The doctor, your friend that's on Fox with you.
Oh, yeah.
Vivian?
Vivian Cole.
She's going to come in here, and she's really good. So we'll try and help people out this week.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Love will be here to give us advice.
Yeah, Ryan is a giant red flag is what someone just texted.
And they actually put the emoji of a red flag.
Yes. Yes.
All right, coming up next.
What are you
it's
wearing?
Super Bowl weekend. Ranking the halftime shows over the last few years. What do you think was the most popular? We'll go over that and scoop next on the Roula and Ryan show. That's just the scene I think of The Hangover.
Yep.
All right,
The
cheers,
wolf pack
guys.
on the roof.
And the next day they wake up.
And now he's in
missing
Vegas.
tooth. He's Vegas.
Doing the Super Bowl.
Halftime show for the Super Bowl. So the Super Bowl is going to happen on Sunday. And in a poll, about 80% of America will be watching this game.
Wow.
20% said, nah.
Oh,
I'll see what's on Netflix.
We had to do that on Monday. Who missed the Super Bowl because
And why?
Because they had to do something else. There
Yeah.
used to be that cheerleading competition.
Oh, yeah, there's always a
Oh,
cheer
yeah.
thing at NRG. Somebody text me at 37530. Is that cheer competition happening at
over?
NRG again? Or is
Let
that
me look.
Or is that just because I knew for years it was always Super Bowl weekend was this cheer competition at NRG.
It might have been last weekend because Super Bowl's been pushed.
Right.
That extra game.
It's kind of jump dates. So 37530 for that. So that's Usher. Yeah, is a huge song for him, but it almost never happened. It almost never happened. You hear, we just talked about this the other day. Artists who wanted to do a song and their label said, no, we're not going to push that. Or didn't want to do a song and ended up doing it by under duress. And they're like, all right, fine, I'll do it. Here's one of the producers of Yeah, talking about how this almost never happened. Here we go.
When Sean Garrett wrote Yeah, it was like it shook up the whole Atlanta. Everybody was talking about this song.
Gotcha.
And L.A. Reid, he heard this song and he's put out an APB on and told Usher, you got to cut this song. And Usher was like, I'm not singing this song. I'm not singing
Usher didn't want it.
No. I remember being in the room and they played it. I was there when he played it for Usher. And I fell on the floor laughing. I thought it was terrible.
You thought it was terrible?
By the way, Sean Garrett is one of the greatest. And I'm
You thought
telling you,
Yeah was terrible.
I'm in the club with the homies trying to kick a little VI and put it down on the
'cause
low key.
you're coming from a
So
purist
I'm listening to the words and I'm like, and then you hearing Sean's voice singing. It was like, what does that even mean, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, this is not. I laughed because I thought it was hilarious. Usher was like, I'm never singing that. I remember hearing, I don't know if it was Mark Pitts or KP was on the phone, and I remember hearing L.A. Reid on the phone saying, I don't give a what you got to do. He better sing that song.
Oh, man.
And I just remember leaving and like, I'm thinking, oh, Usher not singing
He's
this
not
song.
gonna do it.
Because when I heard
your whole life, huh?
Because when I heard Usher sing it,
Yeah.
I understood. It became different. I'm like, this is the illest in the world?
That was producer Rico Love, who was talking about Usher's Confessions album and how that song almost.
So the
didn't
cheer
happen.
competition was last weekend.
I figured it must be
Oh,
last
good.
weekend.
All right, good.
This is a week later.
You know what's interesting about the Super Bowl? As big of an event that is, why can't we? It's like the Oscars and the Super Bowl. Why can't we remember who the halftime show was just a year prior? And why can't we remember who the Best Picture winner was just a year prior? That just leaves our heads.
It does.
Right? Because that was even rapid fire quiz question 2 weeks ago. Who was last year's Super Bowl? I blanked. I go, I
How
don't
about
know.
2 years?
Rihanna.
How about the year before that?
Yeah, see what I'm saying? I don't know.
It was 50 Cent and Eminem because remember,
That's what I thought.
people were making fun of 50 Cent.
Yeah, saying he was $1.
Yeah, $1.50 or something. Like, come on.
But now have you seen him?
Yeah, he's
He
in
lost so
great
much
shape.
weight.
Yeah.
So who were the most preferred of the last few years? If you can remember that. Anybody remember who the Super Bowl
Beyonce,
performer was in
maybe?
2019?
Oh.
Who was it in 2019?
I can think of the ones
Katy
I
Perry.
didn't like.
I'm totally just guessing.
18?
2019 was Maroon 5.
Oh, yeah, everyone got mad about that.
I can't keep you the years straight. 2020 was Jennifer Lopez and Shakira.
Solid.
21 was The Weeknd.
Weekend next.
Let's see. So when it comes to ranking the top 5 most favorite of the last few years, Coldplay, number 5.
Oh, that's my least.
Lady Gaga, number 4, Houston Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was great.
Jennifer Lopez, Shakira, number 3.
Yeah, that was good.
Rihanna, 2. Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, number 1.
Because they had all the feels like of all the old
2022.
Yeah.
school songs that
What
were
was
fun.
Katy Perry's Left Shark? Was that not the Super Bowl?
That was like
It was.
16 or 14 or something.
That's
That was
how old
a
it was?
long time ago.
16.
Yeah.
No,
16 or
2016
15.
was Coldplay was 2016.
So it must have been 15 or 14 then.
Yeah,
Gosh, and I
15.
still remember
Before
Left
Coldplay.
Shark. How
Oh yeah, Left Shark. I just remember the Left Shark was a thing, but I don't remember what Left Shark did. Did
So I
they,
missed as in
did
Vegas.
they just go rogue?
He did.
He just went too rogue on his
Yes,
dance move because
yes.
he was matching Right Shark. I don't know why Left Shark stuck out so much.
No.
This Left Shark was actually a Halloween costume.
It was.
You could be a Left Shark instead of the Right Shark. 'Cause that's how it was. So Usher is preparing to dazzle us all in Las Vegas, live from Las Vegas. And, you know, I actually caught up with somebody I haven't talked to in a long time who said, I'm leaving for Vegas on Thursday. And then I go, wait a second. Hold on. It's Super Bowl weekend. You're going for the Super Bowl? Oh, yeah, we're not going to go for the game. We just want to go for the people watching. Listen, maybe I'm jaded now because we've had 2 Super Bowls. You could not pay me to go to the Vegas Super Bowl. I don't want to be in Las Vegas.
Unless
for the
you're
Super Bowl.
part of it.
I think it's so crazy, full, packed, insane.
That'd be
How
fun.
hard it is to get an Uber, how hard it is to get a reservation to eat somewhere.
But they know how to do it because they have Ubers. I mean, they have conventions. They're used
do
to
it year round.
People coming in. It's towns like cities like ours where it's hard to get Ubers and stuff. Remember how crazy the gridlock was here? It was awful.
When we were there for your birthday 2 weeks ago, Eric, the Uber driver I had said at the time that we were there for your weekend, there was a 300,000 person convention happening that weekend.
Oh, jeez.
Brought 300. It was a concrete convention. 300,000 people were in Vegas
I bet
for a
the
concrete
strip
convention.
clubs were full that day, that weekend.
So I guess you're right, but I still just it gives me anxiety.
They know how to
thinking
do it, and they have
the
more
crowds.
restaurants.
The crowds.
Now,
Here we go.
time for the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE to tell you what's going down in
By the way,
H-Town.
they opened the Whataburger yesterday on the Strip.
Oh yeah, did
And
you
it's
show
got
us
a
like a
badass.
minute?
I said that to you. It's got you can eat a hamburger looking over the strip, and it's got screens. It looks really awesome.
Oh, that's
So if
cool.
you-
What a burger.
If you're there for a few days and you want a piece of Texas,
Or Chicago.
Yeah, they're owned by Chicago company now.
yeah, but they don't have them in Chicago.
Texas
You want a piece of
institution.
Chicago?
So a new report shows that most Texas community college students who transfer to a four-year university do not graduate. Those who transfer out with an associate degree actually have a much higher chance of going on to get their bachelor degree within 6 years. I still think, disregard that story. Community college is a great way. If you're unsure about what you want to do, find out what
What a way to
classes.
promote that, Ryan. Here, let me tell you a story about how they don't graduate, just so I can tell you, go this way.
No, I mean, I would not let that get you down. I mean,
Well,
that's
now
the
the
route
thing
I
is-
took. I went to HCC for a semester, and then I transferred.
But these high schools now, they have these things where the kids all wear their sweaters and their shirts from that college they're going to.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't.
What's the
Which
kids
shames
in-
other kids that, like, say you are going to community college, you feel like crap.
Well, I mean, if you're in
Wait,
the AP
there's
courses.
Nothing wrong with being proud of
your
like how hard you
accomplishments.
worked and you
I
got
know,
into
but I'm just
somewhere.
saying, but like some people feel like, they're going to that 4-year school. But there's nothing wrong with going to community college. But
No, not at all. Not
but
at
they
all.
can't promote their with their shirt.
Well, Kim, you can get the Gators.
They got shirts.
the
Go
da-
get your own merch.
Gators is U of H, though. That's
Yeah,
not community
UHD.
college.
I mean,
just U of
that's
H downtown.
UHD.
That's a real.
Yeah,
4
that's
years.
actual.
I guess so.
University.
That's not
2 years.
necessarily community. What is
No.
the HCC?
or
San Jacinto.
Lone Star? San Jacinto. Isn't Lone Star College a community college type?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, if it's called Lone Star College,
Yeah.
then it's a community college.
Right, because
But I don't know,
university
colleges are 4
is
years.
different. I don't know.
I went to Columbia College. It was 4 years.
Isn't HGC? Oh, that's a 2-year
That's
associate.
a 2 year,
Correct.
yeah.
Anyway, we can
Good
deep
way to
dive
get your
this all
core
we
classes
want,
out of the
but-
way.
Oh, yes.
Save some money.
Especially with the math that they had at University of Houston. Let's forget it.
Yeah.
Get your credit over at the community college.
I failed biology at UH. I've passed it with flying colors at HCC. Thank you very much.
Especially summertime.
It's
Sometimes
great.
the teacher's a little more laid back.
I had to go to Galveston Community College for like geometry. It was so rough.
Yeah, it's so rough being in
Pass?
Galveston. Nice salt air in your hair.
That's why it's rough because he never showed up.
Yeah, right. All right, you missed what happened on Roses today, guys. Oh, mommy and daddy and mommy. There's just too much cringe with the mommies and the daddies on this one. Stay tuned for it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.